Radio station. Are you ready? Are we starting? I need it. Yes. Radio station. And the nominees are American Cowboy Radio. This is Bus of Real Country. Yes, the Bus of Real Country. Carlo FM, Ireland, FRH Radio UK, and The Bull Radio. And the winner is, I don't know the winner.
There's your thing.
Oh, there she is. We're getting going, we're getting started here. And the radio station of the year for 2021 will be American Cowboy Radio.
So many things, so many people. Connie, start your timer for 10 minutes, and if I'm still talking then. Seriously, we're 5 years into American Cowboy Radio. I'm honored that my peers, so many people that I have so much respect for, have honored me in this manner so soon. We've got so much to do, so many things to go. It's going to be a fun ride. Currently, I pay my bills driving trains for Arlington North and Santa Fe, and that is 90 days away from retirement. So you're going to see a lot of changes in the radio and a lot of growth, and there's a place for everybody here at the table. Thanks again. I'm so honored.
We're going to have a little treat for you now. I'm a very big fan of this gentleman, and he's got a great song he's going to sing for you. Would you please welcome Mr. Doug Field to the stage?
Morning sun is on my back, the ponies stop to graze. That yellow horse is standing guard on a lazy summer day. Tangled knots in his long white mane, his ears catch every sound. He lifts his head to check the breeze, the mares beds to the ground. I know he hasn't seen me yet. The wind is in my face. That stallion knows things aren't quite right, like something's out of place. But it's all up to him to keep his little band of mares. So he stands alert while the others graze, like he's the only one that cares. The sun on Horsehide shining bright, man, it's such an awesome sight. Shining blues, roans and bays, but there's nothing like the way the sunlight plays on that yellow horse. I've often dreamed at night of making that yellow horse my own, on a horse like shining blues, roams and bays, but there's nothing like the way the sunlight plays on that yellow horse. The sun on Horsehide shining bright, man, it's such a beautiful sight. Shining duns, blacks and grays, but there's nothing like the way the sunlight plays on that yellow horse. No, there's nothing like the way the sunlight plays on that yellow horse. On that yellow horse. On that yellow horse.
Mr. Doug Figgs. All of our friends, these people, this is the list of my best friends. Here we go. Kay Cook Abbott, Randy Tex Hill, Don Hollander, Alan Reynolds, and Richie Richardson. And the winner is Alan Reynolds. But you have to hurry. And I do have a hook. Just haven't gotten it out yet. We have a big hook right under there. Come on up there. Here he comes. Here he is. This is yours.
Well, this is absolutely undeserved. We're not supposed to have dead air. Too many people helped me help this to happen. So many of you are right here. Don't know what to say. I can't. This is not my award. This is our award, and I'll never, never be able to think of it any other way. Now, if I can get off the stage as tactfully as our good friend Gil Prather, we'll be in good shape. Thank you all so much.
Cartoonist, Miss Polly Kennedy. Is she here? Can she come up? Oh, right here. Oh, wait, don't hurry. Take your time. Polly Kennedy has hand-carved her beautiful art for 32 years. 32
I'm not Polly Kennedy.
You're not?
No.
You're her representative.
Polly Kennedy got stranded in Baylor, Texas, trying to get here.
And she's not here. Can't hear? Oh, so you are accepting for her.
I am. I'm Western artist Julie Howard.
Western artist Julie Howard helping out her cartoonist, Polly Kennedy. You give this to her and everyone
Polly's a great friend of mine, and she's extremely talented, and she's been doing what she's been doing for 32 years. She's in my gallery, and I'm very proud that she's there. This is an honor for me, and I don't know if I'm going to give it to her when I see it. Thank you.
The next item of business is a special award, and I'm honored to be able to be the person that gets to tell about it, because this really was one of my best friends who I loved and enjoyed for many years, and probably left us with the most and the greatest music of all time for Western and Western swing musicians. Started with Bob Wills, got her first gig with Bing Crosby just because she had the courage to run up the hill and have Mama wait to the car and she'd come up and play. Mama wouldn't come up and play. She wanted to sing her first song that Bing recorded. I'm speaking of the late, great Cindy Walker. So we have our Cindy Walker Humanitarian Award, and the winner is Deborah Evans Price. Is she here? Yes, I saw her earlier.
totally shocked. I tell you, y'all are sneaky, and I could not appreciate this more, especially with it being named after Cindy. Thanks to Bobby's kindness, I have been at many of these award shows, and I had the honor of meeting Cindy here at the AWAs and presenting her with an award years ago. Dave and Pernell, I know y'all probably remember that night. It was just an honor for me to get to meet her. So this, I will always cherish this. Thank you so much. God bless you, and I want to live every day praying I can be worthy of this. Thank you so much.
Our artist for the year is Mr. Clark Price. Clark, come on up. Clark was born in Idaho Falls, Idaho in 1945. As a child, he loved to draw. His parents, Rex and Catherine Price, recognized his talent and encouraged him to use it. His love of the West and his life experiences have been his greatest resources in developing his talent. He spent his early years living in a log cabin that his parents built in Montana. Surrounded by nature, Clark had an appreciation for the land. He worked on various ranches as a teenager. This gave him a feel and appreciation for the cowboy life. It goes on and on. He's a wonderful, wonderful artist. Would you please welcome? Is he here? And all that reading, and he's not. So moving right on. Thanks. Somebody accepted for him. I will. This goes to Clark Price. Well, see, we are moving along fast. Bobby said I had to read all this stuff. There's not much to read here. The Garnett Brooks Chuck Wagon Award goes to the Rocking T Chuck Wagon, Barbara and Lonnie Tegler. Are you there? They are. Oh gosh, my friends. Can I tell them a little bit about your wagon? Well, the Chuck Wagon has been in the Tegler family for over 100 years. It is now enjoyed by the 5th generation of the family. Originally purchased by Herman Tegler in the early 1900s, the wagon remains in continuous use on the family farm and ranch. Herman Tegler, his wife Dora, and their sons Raymond and Leroy used the wagon for their primary mode of transporting corn and cotton crops from the field. During the early 1950s, Lonnie Tegler would enjoy summer vacations with his grandparents and helping his grandfather while riding on the wagon. After his retirement, Lonnie's father, Raymond Tegler, inherited the wagon from his father. Occasionally, the wagon would be removed from the wagon shed, cleaned and used as a serving table for outdoor and family picnics, but always returned to the woodshed. You restored it, correct? And became a Chuck Wagon, December of 2002. Well, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dave, and thank you to the Academy of Western Artists for this award. It's Barbara and I both appreciate you giving us this award. This is my wife, Barbara, and she's also my chief cook. And that's why we won so many awards at Chuck Wagon events. That's why we were on the Food Network, and that's why we went to all the events throughout Texas and neighboring states. We had a good time. My grandfather would be, he would be surprised and pleased to know that old farm wagon of his went all over the country and is down here in Fort Worth at TCU receiving an award like this. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I guess Doug did that to me. April Fool. I'm out of breath from just walking over here. And I just ate some chicken cooked in cornflakes or something. It was good. It was good. Well, I guess I was going to do a song I wrote, but I decided to do one that was written by Dave Kirby and Chuck Howard. Recently found this song on a Merle Haggard album. A friend of mine directed me to it. And when I heard it, it kind of got to me. And when a songwriter picks a song that somebody else wrote, that's a credit to that other songwriter, you know. Okay, I want to start a little different than Hag did and say that a prison guard was listening to an old man in the prison courtyard mumbling to himself. And this is what he said. I've been here for so long, I forgot what I did wrong. Just a kid when they put me here inside. I don't have long to live, but Lord, what I'd give for just a walk on the outside. Daddy said that planes would never fly. There's so much I've never seen, except for on this screen. Grant me just a short walk on the outside. Lord, I'm not complaining, but I bet I walked a million miles inside these walls. Sure would like to see what's on the outside. That's all. There's so much I've never seen, except for on this screen. Lord, please grant me a walk on the outside. Thank you.
Kelly McCrae. Kelly McCrae is a Western bright cut engraver from Pincher Creek, Alberta, Canada. Here she comes right now. I'll keep talking. She started engraving in 1996 by the guidance of her dad, Jim Hine, who was learning himself. She was one of the first women engravers in Canada. Her parents were horse trainers, and through their involvement with the horse industry, she developed a great appreciation for the love of silver. She applied for a TCAA scholarship. She worked with Scott Hardy on that scholarship. She traveled to Oklahoma, Oregon, Washington, Idaho, Texas, and Arizona, where she got to work with engravers including Mark Drain, David Alderson, and Sean Didion. She taught herself more and more and introduced her to, he taught her more and more, and introduced her to incredible engravers from Canada, the US, and Australia. She's a wonderful engraver. She's here, and congratulations. If I could get this.
I've never talked on one of these before, so excuse me if I don't get this right. I'd like to sincerely thank the AWA for this recognition. It means a lot. I'm extremely humbled to have my name put on the list with the other engravers that have received this before me. Thank you to Bobby for making this happen, and thank you to my husband for being my #1 fan and sidekick and road partner through all this over the years. I'm truly grateful for all of this. Thank you.
Hey, what?
I got an award for you.
Bobby's at the, well, Bobby?
Yeah.
How about a hand for Bobby, ladies and gentlemen? Wait a minute, what do we got going on?
Well, I had a friend of mine, he was up there on the screen, he passed away, his name was Jack Hommel. Way back when, he saw the future of Western music and Western entertainment. He was a photographer, and his wife was a writer, and they went around to all these events everywhere and wrote and put photos so people could see what was going on. You never heard of him, you never saw him. He was just up there with his little camera. And they had a friend of mine, and he put on a bunch of events, and he supports everything we do and everywhere he goes. So we thought we would start the Jack and Lolita Hummel Service Award, and we wanted to give the first one to Bill Strickland. This is Bill Strickland, Big Bear Lake, California. Finally saw the light and moved to Texas. So we wanted to start a tradition. You want to say something, Bill?
Quite a surprise. Thank you very much, Bobby. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Bill is also a world-class bird carver. If you want a decoy or something, he will get you fixed up. But Bill, thank you for coming. Appreciate everything we've done. Dave, I'll give it back to you.
Thank you, Bobby. How about a hand for him? Ron Tomlinson. Ron first came to Shamrock, Texas in 1971 on a Greyhound bus. He first met Mr. Erlen Shirley in Eric, Oklahoma. As they talked, Ron learned of Erlen's spur making and expressed his interest in learning from him. Ron, are you in the house? Come, there he is. Come on down while I talk. Starting from then, Ron drove over to Erlen's house every weekend to build spurs. By 2000, Ron came across Billy Clapner. Billy came to Ron's and asked him about a tool that he had and wanted to know, and he ended up starting taking lessons from Billy. Is that correct? A fantastic spur maker. If you've seen his work, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Please welcome Ron Tomlinson. Give him a big hand.
Thank you. I'm actually Billy Collison. Ron's my dad, late dad. He would have loved to be. This is a great honor. I'm glad to accept it.
Please welcome Carlos Washington.
Good evening. Are y'all ready to swing a little bit? Let's go. It's swing time, baby. Swing them pretty boots. Swing time, baby. Let's dance your western roots. I'll swing you high, I'll swing you low. Swing till you cannot swing no more. It's swing time, baby. Swing them pretty boots. I used to dance country
New Country Meal, Lonnie Bartmetz. Joe Simano. George Lizard Daly. Bobby McKay and Kurt Ryle. And the winner is Chuck Cusimano.
Thank you, Ken.
Well, I gotta say, thank you to everybody, and especially my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. And I guess, been doing this music thing now for 50 years, and it's always nice to be recognized. Appreciate it very much. Everybody in that group was, except for one. I don't know that one gentleman, or is he here? I'd like to meet him. But there was one other gentleman in the bunch that I didn't recognize the name. But so if you're here, I want to meet you. But Lonnie Bartmus, Kurt Ryle, Bobby Mackey, them are some terrific country singers right there for you folks, I'm telling you. Yeah, and there's a bunch of them in this room too. And I thank you so much. Enjoy the evening. Thank you.
Western Music Album. Doug Biggs, Yellow House. Terry Brombacher, Range of the Buffalo. Mary Kay Holt, Frontier. Carol Markstrom, Mile After Mile. And Dan McCorrison, Me and Les. Carol Markstrom, Mile After Mile.
This means so much to me. When I know each of the other artists in this category, and I've learned from them. I've admired them all, and to win this just means so much. I just want to express my appreciation to the DJs who play my music here in the U.S. and internationally. We just have some great DJs who love Western music and love what we do and play it around the globe. Bobby Newton and the AWA, thank you so much. Wow. I also want to acknowledge my co-producers. Seth Maynard in West Virginia, and I worked throughout 2020. I had a whole batch of new original songs, and we worked through Zoom and really made this album shape up. And then in 2021, I drove our travel trailer down to Austin and parked it on Merle Briganti's 10 acres, and we recorded an album, and that's Mile After Mile. Probably my most personal album yet. A lot of the songs come from being on the road. So thank you so much. This just is amazing. I'm so grateful. Thank you.
Your Western Swing female nominees are Susie Glue of Susie Glue and the Lonesome Fellas, Stacy Gousset of the Hot Texas Swing Band, Elizabeth McQueen, Solana Rosenberg, Stacy Lee Boucher was the Western Swing Authority. Yeah. Selena Rosenblum, the Hot Texas Swing Band, and Katie Shore. And the reward goes to Selena Rosenbaum. Woo-hoo!
Selena will be quite surprised if
a working musician at home, and she's just off of her honeymoon, so she was not able to come. So I will get this to her, and thank you very much.
And your nominees for Pure Country Song: Johnny Angel, The Hardest Part; Jake Walker, I'll Have a New Baby Tonight; Catherine Britt, I'm a Country Song; Margie Singleton, Never Mind; and Darren Wright, The Jukebox Has a 45. And the award goes to Darren Wright, The Jukebox Has a 45.
Sorry, I'm a little slow walking up here. Had me a little fight with a tornado last year, so I haven't released anything in the last year. I'm really surprised that I have something up here as an award. And I'm truly honored against all the amazing talent that I see out here. And it's nice to meet everybody. And if you want pictures with me at the end, I brought a nice camera and I'll be happy to share it with you as well. Truly an honor. Thank you very much.
This showbiz, right? Thank you, Dave. You know, it is my pleasure to be here tonight. I want to thank Bobby Newton for asking me to host the show for about 3 or 4 years. We had a great time. And you know, it's because of people out there and you that we get to do what we love. And before I sing this next song, I just have to say this, because you never know when it's your last time. I just want to thank the good Lord above for giving me that passion, that gift that I could bring and project to so many people. And I thank you so much. God bless the AWAs. And tonight, I hope I can get through this song. She was my friend. I got to work with her several times. And you know, Tracy, what I'm talking about. She was a love. She was a legend. She was the queen of country music, Miss Loretta Lynn. We were poor, but we had love. That's the one
we would like to present the President's Special Appreciation Award to Miss Penny Gilley for all of her work and all of her creation and all that she's done for us. Give her a big hand. This is the Penny Gilley.
Oh my God. You know, I've hosted a lot of award shows. I'm so appreciative. As long as Penny Gilley is taking a breath, I promise we'll keep it country. We'll keep it real. And once in a while, I'll throw in a little Elvis. I was so honored to be able to be a young girl, to grow up, work with the Hee Haw Bunch for 3 years, to work with Loretta Lynn and a lot of the Grand Ole Opry stars. But I promise you, I'm so honored to bring country music to our friends. A lot of people call them fans, but I call you my friends. God bless you. This is an honor. Thank you so much, AWA. I appreciate you, and we'll keep going as long as I can. God bless.
Miss Penny, give her a hand. Okay, I'm going to step aside, and I'm going to welcome Mr. Jim Linnell, Master Leather Worker and former Marketing Director for Tandy Leather. Here he is.
Yeah, I get the privilege of recognizing some folks that add some color and some flavor to our Western way of life. The saddle makers, the people that work with leather, the boot makers, I get to recognize those folks, and they really do add a lot of the flavor to our Western lifestyle, and so it's an honor to be able to do this. First one I'd like to speak about is the master leather artisan. He's not here, but he's a fellow by the name of Steve Yezik. He lives up in Wisconsin, and he grew up in Minnesota, and he was on vacation to Sheridan, Wyoming, where his creative desires were kindled. He got to Sheridan. He was amazed by the ornate tooling of leather, the intricate carvings and engraving in silver. And when he returned home, he found a Tandy catalog. Imagine that. And proceeded to buy a leather kit. After several years, he began to make acquaintances with some of the great saddle makers and carvers, and the lights came on. Every artist wants to be recognized for their ability, and this is a quote from him. He says, "But I never believed I'd see that day. I credit my success to all those masters that took the time to share their knowledge." And he's one of those now, by the way. He spent a lot of his time teaching these days. Those saddle makers who, upon visiting their shops, welcomed me in and shared their knowledge. Steve met many good people throughout the leather world, and his world has grown as a result of that. He does live in the North Woods. I've been to his place. It's definitely off the beaten track. But he does some amazing stuff. And he is really someone very deserving of this award, the Master Leather Artisan Award, to Steve Yezik. All right. And I don't think our bootmaker is here this year. Huh? I don't know either. It's Daniel Thompson. And let me tell you about him. During a holiday in Arizona, Daniel met Paul Bond at his shop in Nogales. While giving Daniel a personal tour of his shop, Paul realized he had a real interest in the basic knowledge of boot making. With encouragement from Paul Bond, Daniel returned home to Canada and endeavored to make his first pair of boots. After teaching himself to make that first pair, he went on to make boots for the next 25 years. Daniel's shop is located on the Thompson Plateau in British Columbia, Canada. His customers consist of working cowboys, ranchers, people in the business community, cattle and horse industry, those who want a personalized, one-of-a-kind pair of boots. Daniel takes pride in making boots that are distinctly unique and well-made, following tradition and time-tested techniques. Among the stitch patterns he's designed, Daniel's personal favorites are the horse head and the dragon's tail. And so let's give a round of applause to Daniel Thompson, our bootmaker today. And then this next fella is here. Scott Brown, and you can make your way up here. He's the Don King Saddlemaker Award. But let me tell you a minute, first of all, who Don King was. If you've never heard that name, you haven't been around the saddle business much. He's kind of the, I don't know, grand master, if there is such a thing. He probably has influenced and instructed more people, more saddle makers, than probably anybody that ever lived. And so it's appropriate that this award be in his name. Let me tell you about Scott Brown. Scott has always taken pride and pleasure in working with his hands. He started making saddles in the late 1970s at Ryan's Saddle Shop right here in Fort Worth, Texas. After moving to the Great Basin area, he worked under the legendary Eddie Brooks, who has also received this award, at the J.M. Capriola Company in Elko, Nevada. Eddie's guidance, under Eddie's guidance for a while, he then left to cowboy full-time on some of the larger ranches in northern Nevada. He worked with Martin Black at the Wine Cup Gamble Ranch, and later with Brian Newberg and Randy Ryman in California. He's particularly grateful to master saddlemaker Dale Harwood for all of his encouragement and inspiration. In 2004, after working for Big Ben Saddlery out in Alpine, Texas, he and his wife, Becky, moved to Utah so he could take up his love of the violin. And working with his hands, he took it a step further by studying at the Violin Making School of America. Now, whether he's making violins or saddles, he is always reaching for a level of satisfaction that suits him. And so, with his violin making behind him, Scott moved back into making saddles again, and for years, he operated both a violin shop and a saddle shop from his home in Salt Lake City. Most recently, Scott and his wife moved to Savannah, Georgia to be closer to family, where he continues to offer his custom saddles. So please, warm round of applause for Scott Brown.
Thank you for having me very much. This is quite an honor for me. I can't thank you enough. Appreciate it.
Just the way I want you to. You don't want the love I have to share, but maybe someday you will know my love for you is true. And when you do, you'll find me waiting there, and I've done all I can. The rest this much I know. Tell myself it's wrong to fall in love with you this way, 'cause I know deep inside you don't love me. But I just had to let you know my love is here to stay. And you can share it when you feel the need. And I've done all I can. The rest is left up to you. I've let my feelings show. What else can I do? Someday you'll wake and find my memory won't let you go. You'll never have love like mine. This much I know. You'll never have love like mine. This much I know.
Next up, Tracy Pitcox. Where'd you go? Oh, he just walked out. Nope, he's been in India. Straight in from India. Here's Tracy. Take it away, buddy.
All right, thanks so much. It's an honor to get to be here to present some awards this evening and to see some great people being recognized. And I know we're looking forward to seeing who the winners are. So let's get right into it. This is, first of all, for Western Swing Duo and Group of the Year. The nominees are Lance Shaw with the 419 Swing Band, Western Swing Rules Band, the Southwest Biscuit Company Band, Ida Red, and the Swingers. And our Western Swing Duo Group of the Year for 2021 is the 419 Swing Band.
Wow. We're the new guys. No, y'all don't know us. We're out of Sweetwater, Texas. And what an honor it is to be nominated. Just be nominated with all this, the great talent and artists that were in our group. What a big surprise. When we first started this, we just wanted to play some music down the road. Rex and I did a mile and a half down the road from each other. And we started playing, and then I started writing again after something I hadn't done in 25 years, raised my son and started doing what I love to do again. And started writing, and then we decided, well, let's go record this stuff. They thought, them and other band members thought it was a great idea, so kept writing, and went to the studio and wrote it. And then Miss Pat Mathis, thank her for helping get this thing going. Said, let's send it to Billy Bowles. Yeah. Yes, in Lubbock. And Billy got it, and I'm gonna get my notes out. That's why we wrote them. That's why we wrote them down. So we sent it to Billy Bowles, and then a lady by the name of Dina Woods was listening to the show that day, and she said, "How come I don't have these guys?" So
she contacted us and we sent it to her, and so here we are, something that we're just wanting to sit around, play around, make music. And so we're so very honored and feel so very blessed to be receiving this award tonight. Thank you thank you to AWA for this. And also Trent Studios, Mark Hicks for recording us. And I think that's it. Is that right, guys? Y'all got anything y'all want to say? No, they're not going to say anything. Thank y'all so much.
For Western Swing Song of the Year, the nominees are Andrew Dean, High Plains Drifter; Keith Phillips, Bible and a Gun; Jim Jones, Casey and Jenny Thurberg, In the Moment; Richard Elliott, Steve Wade, Once Upon a Desert Night; and Barry Ward, Carlos Washington, Last Cattle Guard. For Western Swing Song of the Year, Western Music Song. Western Music Song, right? Yes. Okay. I don't want to do the wrong thing. No. Alexander, watch it. Jim Jones, Casey and Jennifer.
I didn't want to go first because Casey and Jenna always pick on me, and I know she's going to say something. But I have to tell you, I've known these girls. I'm sorry Casey couldn't be here. She had some school obligations, and these kids today, I don't know where their priorities are. She stayed and did those things, but it's such an honor to work with these young ladies. I've known them since they were 8 years old. And they said their harmonies are so tight, they sound like the Chipmunks then. But they're so good, and it's a pleasure to work with them. And that's all I'm going to say, because I'm going to be nice. So hopefully you'll be nice.
I just want to say thank you.
Next is an award that isn't actually on the list either, but we're going to give it tonight, a very special award, because Bobby wanted to recognize a very special lady. This lady actually is a past recipient of Female Vocalist of the Year here for the Academy of Western Artists. And ironically, Justin Trevino and I were talking yesterday. Many years ago, we came to the AWA together, and one of the highlights for us that year was having an opportunity to meet this lady, because we've been seeing her, or hearing her rather, on Sirius XM radio on what used to be called Hank's Place back in the day. They played her every hour, and she really inspired us to do more of the traditional country stuff that we were doing because of her great vocal ability. After that meeting, we actually talked her into coming to Brady, Texas. And after that, she actually wound up buying a hotel. She wound up starting a television show there. And that television show, True Country on RFD TV, has really opened up so much opportunities for us personally, for our traditional country music, and even for our little community of Brady, Texas. And so Bobby wanted to recognize her tonight for all of her efforts that she has made in this industry and for all she's done for so many of us. And we've traveled many miles together. I've heard her sing many songs, and I've never heard her sing a bad note. And so we've got a very special award tonight that we're giving to Heather Miles, ladies and gentlemen, for her contribution to the music, honoring her as
This guy's a pretty good liar up here, I tell you, Tracy.
I promised her a dinner and a show. She should have known how cheap.
He said, come on down to Fort Worth for dinner and a show, baby. He wife's staying at home tonight. But it's true. How many years ago was it that we met here at the AWA Awards, Tracy? A long time ago. And it changed my life, really. The AWA Awards. I came down here, I met the great Leona Williams and Ferlin Husky, and I met Tracy and Justin Trevino, and that night my life changed because Tracy invited me to go on a cruise, and one thing led to another. I came to Brady and Llano and played some music, and we got the idea for the True Country TV show, and him and I together, we put it together. He helps me so much with that show, and we've had so much great talent. I met so many wonderful people that have been on the True Country Music Show, and as long as I, like Penny Gilly, as long as we can bring real country music to y'all, and also, how important is the AWA Awards? I mean, thank you so much for your recognition. Thank you. I'm humbled to be here. I'm honored. My mother is here with me tonight. Thank you so much, Vera, my mom. She answers the phone on True Country and tries to get the orders out best she can. She's 87 years old. She still drives to the post office. I love you. God bless you. Thank you very much. I love you all. Thank you so much.
She is. Up next is for Western Swing Song of the Year, and the nominees for Western Swing Song of the Year include Tim Atwood for Migraine Heartache, the Hot Texas Swing Band, Devil on My Tail, Bobby Mackey, Texas is Where I Need to Be, Ida Red, Ida Blue, and Starla and Scott, I Hear You Talking. The winner is, for the Western Swing Song of the Year, the Hot Texas Swing Band, Devil on My Tail.
All right. Wow. Well, I want to first thank my wife, Grace. Stand up, Grace. She already is. 39 years of marriage. And great support. Y'all know how much support the music business takes. Appreciate it, Grace, especially lately. I want to thank the Academy and all the DJs that play our music. How about a hand for all those DJs out there? All right. And I want to thank my band, because Western Swing is all about the band. We got Liz and Selena singing with us. We got Billy on the fiddle. Let me see. We got Kat on the guitar. And our sax players are Stephen Vague and Joey Colarusso, and then Jimmy Shortell plays trumpet. Ryan is our drummer. Drummers are always last, you know. All right. Thank my band. Thank you all. How about it? Thank you, AWA. Appreciate it. Truly an honor.
And up next, we have the award for Instrumentalist of the Year, and the nominees for Instrumentalist of the Year include Marty Howard Chambers, Scotty Henderson, Al Boo Miller, Rose Sinclair, and R.J. Smith. And she can quit being nervous now because the winner is R.J. Smith.
Wow. First off, I just want to say thank you to the late Bobby Fullers, who is my teacher mentor. He won this award, y'all gave him this award in 2004, and so I'm just so honored to be presented with this. I got to work with him for 15 years up until this last June, and he taught me everything I know about playing country fiddle, at least everything that I'm doing right. And so I thank him for teaching me what I needed to know, and then for keeping me working all these years, and then also for many other artists that have kept me working, Justin Trevino, a lot of the Heart of Texas band, Tracy Pickock, Heart of Texas artists. But thank you so much. Also, thank you to my road partner of many years, Miss Judy Roundtree, who's out here taking pictures. And thank you to the AWA. Thank you so much.
For Young Artist of the Year. And the nominees are Wyatt Alaman, Jake Blocker, Braden Rival, Samuel L. Smith, and Casey and Jenna Thurber. And the winner for Young Artist of the Year is Jake Blocker.
Well, I'm just speechless. I did not come here expecting to win tonight, especially seeing that list of all the other great artists on there. And first of all, I'd like to thank God for letting me be able to play music for y'all. And I'm gonna do it as long as I can. And I'd like to thank my parents for always being supportive of me and helping me along the way and telling me when I'm playing some bad notes or something. And I'd like to thank the Academy of Western Artists for keeping the cowboy way of life still alive and recognizing everything. And thank you all so much.
Actually, I'd like to let you know, it's a sad day today for me though. My fan club just broke up. The guy died. That was a joke, second class.
Congratulations, you got what you wanted. I was miserable as you. What makes you think you're so wonderful when you make someone hate themselves? Give me peace, give me joy, give me sanity, give me hope, give me love, give me truth. Most of all, let me not expect these things from you. You waste time stabbing me in the back. You went straight for the heart. And together, this human is the hardest part. How about this band? Give me peace, give me joy, give me sanity, give me hope, give me love, give me truth. Most of all, let me not expect these things from you. You didn't waste time stabbing me in the heart. You went straight for the heart. And together, having to love is the hardest part. Yes, together, only me is the hardest part.
Thank you, folks.
Next up, I would like to introduce a lovely lady from Nashville, Tennessee, who has written about everyone in Nashville, Tennessee, and I've been reading her stuff and working with her for years. And would you please welcome Miss Deborah Evans Price?
Thank you, Dave. I tell you, I'm so happy to be here tonight. You know, there's a lot of different award shows from North Carolina and the Bluegrass Awards to CMA Awards coming up in November. But I tell you, there's nothing like the AWAs. Bobby and Betty and all you wonderful artists. It's just always such a special night, and I'm honored to just be here. But I know there are people waiting in their seats to see what's coming next, so it is my pleasure to read the nominees now for Female Vocalist in Western Music. Oh, this is a good slate of people, y'all. Western Music Female, the nominees are Mickey Furman, Joni Harms, Mary Kay Holt, Judy James, and Carol Markstrom, who is already a winner tonight. Judy James.
I remember when the first ones of these were given out. Well, first of all, thank you to my Lord and Savior for allowing me to have the opportunity to make music, either myself or playing you great entertainers on the radio show. It's truly an honor to be able to do that. Thank you to AWA and the many years that we've all been together. And thank you to those of you who voted for on this award. This is truly an honor. Thank you.
The next award of the evening is, all right, y'all. There we go. Western Swing Album is the next category. Johnny Angel, Step Aside. Southwest Biscuit Company, it's biscuit time. Eric Diamond, They Call Me a Playboy. Ida Red, Harmony Grits. And the 419 Swing Band, Crown and Seven. Alrighty, y'all, let's have a hand for these beautiful ladies that have been helping out tonight. Thank you so much. Johnny Angel, step aside.
Well. I want to thank you very much, radio professionals, DJs have been spinning my music, and all my nominees are in that category. You're all talented people, and I'm very happy to be part of that. And I want to thank Bobby Newton and the AWA. It's been a few years that I've been part of this, and some of the best years of my life meeting y'all. And if I wasn't up for any of these awards or singing, I appreciate the fellowship I have with all of y'all. And I look forward to seeing you, talking with you, taking some pictures tonight, and having a good old time. Hell yeah! Thank you very much.
I'll tell you what, everybody, there's been some surprises tonight, and I am very excited about this next surprise, y'all. The Elmer Kelton Award for Literary Excellence, and I tell you, it could not go to a more deserving woman. This is somebody who has championed all forms of music, but particularly Western music, her entire career. She has sung your praises to every editor in this country. She has written, her byline is in so many different publications, but most of all, she just has a heart for supporting artists. Jim, you know what I'm talking about. So without further ado, this is emotional for me because I've learned so much from this woman. Vernell Hackett, come to the stage.
This is a surprise, and I'm gonna cry, I'm sorry. I love music, and when I met Bobby and started working with him for all of you guys, it's been a pure pleasure and a real honor to get to know you and get to hear your music, and hopefully introduce it to people. outside of your realm, and like that really started coming in other people's. I really appreciate it, and thank you, Bobby. Thank you, everyone, for being here, and it's just a great night of music. I love it. Thank you.
Our next category is Pure Country Duo or Group. And our nominees are Karen Spradlin, the Badge 110 Band, Michael Carpenter, the Banks Brothers, Cardboard Cowboy Cutouts, Claude Gray and Anita Mackey, and Destiny Band Oz. I love the name of this band, the Cardboard Cowboy Cutouts. Congratulations.
And I have a message to read. Would like to thank you for this award. Would like to, but we can't. We are cardboard and can't speak. So instead, would like to have our label represent us and thank you for this award. We hope to eventually live up to the reputation of being a great live country music group. Our talents helped us get us here, and hope being on every wanted poster from here to the Mexican border will bring us back to real life in the future. In the meantime, we will continue to release good country music and hope that our sentence, cardboard purgatory, will be commuted soon.
And our next category is Western Music Duo or Group. And the nominees are Cowboy Way, Three Trails West, the Bar J Wranglers, the Diamond W Wranglers, and the Flying W Wranglers. So, you know, we got 3 out of 5 chances it could be some kind of Wranglers. Aha, okay, it is a Wrangler. The Flying W Wranglers, Western Music Duo or Group, congratulations.
Let me try that. Well, I want to say thank you, first of all, to the AMAs. I want to say thank you on behalf of the entire band to all of our fellow nominees as well. We share this with all of you. I want to say thank you to the Wolf family and everybody who makes what we do at the Flying W Ranch possible. Thank you so much.
So I want to dedicate this to my buddy Don Edwards, who's on a ranch outside of town here, bravely fighting the battle of time. In the lobby of a big hotel in New York town one day, sent a bunch of fellas telling yarn to pass the time away. They spoke of places where they'd been and things that they had seen. Some preferred Chicago town, while others New Orleans. In the corner, in an old armchair, sat a man whose hair was gray. They listened, he listened to them carefully to what they had to say. They asked him where he'd like to be, and his pure old voice did ring. He said, I'd like to be in Texas for the roundup in the spring. I can see the cattle grazing on the hills of early morn. I can see the campfires blazing at the breaking of the dawn. I can hear the bronco neigh. I can hear the cowboys sing how I'd like to be in Texas for the roundup in the spring. They listened to him carefully, each word he had to say. They knew this old man sitting there had been a top hand in his day. They asked him for a story of his life out on Slowly he removed his hat and silently began. Said, I've seen them stampede o'er the hills. You think their leaders drop. I'd watch them run for hours and hours. You'd think they'd never stop. I was foreman of a big cow ranch, the calling of a king. Somewhere down in Texas for the roundup in the spring. I can hear the cattle grazing on the hills of early morn. I can see those campfires blazing at the breaking of the dawn. I can hear the bronco neigh, and I can hear the cowboys sing. How I'd love to be in Texas for the roundup in the spring. He said, I'd like to sleep my last long sleep, Mother Earth as my bed. A saddle for my pillow, big stars over my head. I'll listen to the last stampede, the songs the rivers sing. Somewhere down in Texas for the roundup in the spring. Somewhere down in Texas for the roundup in the spring. God love Don Edwards.
Yeah.
Come on, my brother.
I cannot follow that. But I'll do my best. Coming to you direct from upstate New York in the heart of the Catskill Mountains, WIOX 91.3 FM on Alan Reynolds. Do two shows there every week. It's Pure Country and the Radio Truck Stop. And here I am trying to be with a lot of the folks that appear on my shows from time to time, both live and on recordings. Well, right now we're going to do the award for the Western Swing Male. And the list is J.D. Barron, Eric Diamond, Tommy Hooker, Billy Mata, and Carlos Washington. Eric Diamond.
Be here. I love all things country, all things cowboy, all things Western, and primarily Western swing. Everybody in this room I have love for. It is an honor. Thank you so much, Tracy Pickott. I just want to let you know I'd really love to be a part of your team. Thank you so much. You have no idea. This is 41 years of shitty hotels, smoke-filled bar rooms, saloons, dance halls. Thank you so much.
Pure Country Female. Well, I didn't see him, but they're not here. Nominees for Pure Country Female.
Here we go. Here we go, from one radio man to another.
See what happens when you got live radio? This is not a surprise. Angela Breen, Olivia Harms, Christy Kalin, Peggy Nora, and Samantha Ross. Well, what a list. Well, this is not going to come easy. Oh my. Christy Kalin.
I'm like Jake. I didn't expect to win this. I didn't come here tonight to expect to win this, and I just want to thank the Academy for this. What an honor. I want to thank both of my fathers in heaven, My father was a traditional country singer, so I grew up and I've been doing this for, let's just say 50 years. So I feel your pain on the smoke-filled bars and the hotels. The hotel motel. Anyway, I owe this to my daddy. He had a traditional country band. He put me on stage when I was 2. We were live on KGMAM radio in the Fort Worth Stockyards with Bob Wills. I was holding on to his leg singing Roly-Poly. Anyway, this is quite an honor, and I want to thank my record producer that produced my latest album, Chuck Hancock. If it weren't for him, I wouldn't be standing up here. He sent this record to, or maybe, I can't even talk. The record went platinum, and I've got two singles that went platinum. So thank you to him, and just thank you to country radio and the DJs in the United States here, and all the ones across the pond. Steve Tidbury, there's a bunch of them, and I just want to thank you very much. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful and honored. Thank you.
Well, first off, I just want to thank God for allowing me to do. I shouldn't even say me; it's Him. But I'm very thankful, just very thankful. Little crack in my voice. I'm just thankful to the Academy here for this. It was so unexpected. I usually write notes, but I forgot where I put my notes. How about that? So I do want to thank my record label, Night Sky Records. I want to thank the boys in Nashville, Tennessee, Mars Studio, Larry Mars, Steve Henson, JR on drums, Kimberly Bibb Mars on fiddle. Just want to thank them so much. The project was so fun, and I just gotta say, I want to thank y'all. And by the way, I really, really have found family in this room, and I just want to thank each and every one of you for your hearts, for your love, and your kindness. I truly do. Thank y'all so much.
I believe this concludes our evening. Is the bar still open? So if you'd like to congregate or have a good time, be safe. It's been a wonderful time, and thank you for the opportunity to let me do what I do this evening. Hope to see you down the road. Thank you very much. This is it. Bye-bye.